How you guys feeling?
Good.
Is everybody feeling good? So we're gonna try to move gears from marketing stuff, and we're gonna talk about organizational structure. So who here already have an organizational structure?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
You and Roots have one, but I don't know if.
Future focus is like, three-quarters of the way there.
Okay. So.
Like, yeah, structure, we're not sure if it's,
The one
it's
you
not
wanna-
organized.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so do you want to talk a little bit about the process of your, what make the structure to be what it is now, what the process was,
Are you talking about legal structure, or are you talking about
No.
how we structure ourselves?
how you structure the organization, it's horizontal, it's people, it's boss, or it's, how,
We have a boss.
big boss.
One big boss.
God.
No, and Randy can jump in too. We structure ourselves horizontally for the most part. We do have different levels of membership in order to become a full-on worker owner. You pass through a couple different phases first. So we have people coming in as pedal apprentices when they first join on, and that's kind of a learning phase when you're kind of filling out the co-op and learning how to pedal a pedicab and kind of learning how the co-op functions and how to make decisions. But from the time that you come on as a pedal apprentice, you're allowed to partake in all decisions that happen at meetings, aside from ones that are deciding to dissolve the co-op or deciding to hire or fire someone. But other co-op decisions about our workplace, everyone's allowed to be involved. Everyone that's involved in pedaling is involved in decision making. And once you move through being a pedal apprentice for 2 months, you become on the membership track, and that is a 6-month-long phase. And then from there, you can become a full-on worker owner. And along each step on the path, there's check-ins. So at 2 months, we check in. How are things feeling? At 6 months, how are things feeling? Do you want to become a worker owner? And then there's voting at each step.
I got a question. Do y'all provide the pedal cab stuff, or do we, as a peddler apprentice, I gotta provide my own pedal, or do you provide it as a training thing?
Yeah, so all of our equipment is shared equipment in the co-op.
Oh, it's
so
shared.
the pedicabs are shared among all co-op members. The only thing that pedal apprentices are responsible for is getting their shoes, the right size shoe.
What's the right kind of shoe?
You gotta have clip in.
Are you equipped in?
Yeah, we've got clips.
Good. Way to go.
Or you gotta find someone else in the co-op with the same size shoe as you.
But what's equipped?
That's the thing for the,
It's
So
a
you can get
cleat that clips on
power
the pedal,
on
so you
the-
can
a
become one.
professional.
You can push and pull all the way around the
It's
So
like
I
an
can-
avatar here, you sort of bond with the thing.
It's like,
When do people buy into the co-op? At what stage?
So when people move from being membership track to worker owner, that's when the buy-in happens. Yeah, that's when the personal investment comes in.
Let me ask you a question. Say, I didn't want to go to the pedal, but I provide my own equipment, but I just want to become a part of your, your area of operation. I provide my own equipment. Can I get in? And can I buy step? I'm providing my own equipment.
That's really interesting. I don't know. I'd have to talk to fellow club members about that one.
so one of the things that in the process, for example, that kind of stuff, when we are doing our process, we kind of dream about all the scenarios and where we want to be and how we're going to do it, right? How we want to look at it. So what I want everybody to close your eyes and think a little bit about what are the values. What are the values? Don't fall asleep. What are the values of your organization? What is the mission of your organization? And how you can create kind of organizational structure that will live those values. Because I think that's where those conversations start, right? Like, do we want to have good living wage jobs? Is that part of your values? Or we just want to make a lot of money? Do we want to save the environment? I don't know. Whatever the values are, whatever the mission is, what is the best structure for that mission?
Like, I don't know, so what if it's like a religious aspect? And I mean, everything, community, serve my fellow man, plus I gotta eat. But then I'm humanitarian and eco-friendly. But then, I mean, I gotta eat and I gotta pay rent. But I can't, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm only making $15 a day.
Well, so you have to balance those things. But so now that, open your eyes. So we're gonna try to figure out. Oh, you guys were all with eyes.
Oh, they were sleeping
with the eyes
now.
closed. Okay, so do you think your organization is gonna look like this? Let's see if I can.
Is that one of the slides in this pamphlet?
Yeah.
Yes, it's in your pamphlet. It looks like this. Try to look like this.
Okay. Dinner muffin, golden chocolate.
Do you guys all have this nice life? Do anyone know this company?
Never theme song in my head.
What do they produce? What's their product?
Muffins.
Paper.
Do they s-
I think it's a book company.
They like it.
No, you're thinking of, when,
The TV show The Office.
So it's the, did somebody have seen the show, The Office?
television?
Yeah, the show.
Who watches television?
You don't have to. They're not as environmental friendly as that.
I'm like, damn.
It's a front.
It's a front. Okay, so this is a typical organizational chart of, a regular business, right? Like, I mean, McDonald's is kind of like this, right?
It's a fast food chain.
It's like a fast food chain. You have a boss, your boss have a boss, and your boss have a boss. And at the end, it's somebody that making all the decisions. So like, the idea is in your organization, whatever way, or in your co-op, whatever way you want to do it, you have to think about who makes decisions right now, or who will make decisions when the organization is over, and how that is going to work. So if you want everybody to have the same power, so everybody should make decisions, certain level of decisions, or that kind of stuff, what happens?
Who's going to delegate the responsibilities?
Right. So you have to have.
Try putting your blue.
Okay. So. Okay. So. This is more likely to be kind of like a mapping way to do your organization. So I want you guys to think about, to do like a little drawing in your groups. If you want to get together and do like, talk about your mission and a little bit about how you think you would like to work in. You know, how would you like it to look like? Like, do you want to have one boss? Do you all want to be boss? Do you all want to be workers? Do you want to be responsible of everything? Do you just want to be responsible of certain things? So, I think you guys are the ones that have them more. 5. So how we give each 5 minutes, and each one speak 1 minute of what, if they want to have a lot of decision-making power or a little decision-making power or not decision-making power in your organization.
Maybe equal.
Yeah, you can have. If it's equal, can be probably a little decision-making power, right? Because everybody has decision-making power, and you have to agree with everyone. So a lot of people think, oh, so your structure is gonna be a lot, depending on your structure, how you're gonna be making decisions, right? So if your structure is like that one, like everybody kind of make a lot of decisions and depending on what department they are, but then they all come together and make the big decisions together. That's kind of like a horizontal structure that you were talking about. Or you want to have a vertical structure where you have a boss and a boss and a boss, right? Okay, so at 8 we can all get together.
All right.
That work?